State Secretary, Research Foundation of India, would like to greet all of you present here in training program Entrepreneurship and Innovations. As you all know that today we all are here for day 7. That is last day of training program. And yesterday in day 6, the session was taken out by respected Miss Himandri Mishra, ma'am. And the subject was innovation and creativity in entrepreneurship. That was a full package of study and summarization of the topic. And today our topic is how to get idea funded. For that, we have joined with respected Dr. Deepak Agrawal sir. I know that you all are very curious about the session. So moving ahead, I consider it a great honor for me to introduce our today's subject expert. Dr. Deepak Agrawal is a decorated in management along with master in commerce and management. Presently, Sir is working as a professor and head at Shri Institute of Professional Studies, Indore. Sir has implemented a series of activities-based learning program, implemented an encompassing curriculum on a university level in finance for MBA program, 360-degree feedback system, teaching pedagogy delivered and attended several MDP and FDP's workshops and conferences in the area of finance and research development. Sir has played a role for as a resource person in many conferences, FDPs, and Sir has a very long list of published and presented research paper in national and international conferences. Now, I want to put some achievement of Sir. Sir has awarded as Best Student Award, Certificate of Excellence from Sri Agrasen Club, facilitated for PhD in PIMR international conferences. And Sir has different memberships like Executive Member RFI Indore Chapter, Member Circular Economy Club Boston USA, Life Member Youth Hostel of India. And Sir's area of interest are finance, research project and project financing. So with this, I would like to invite Sir for the session. Please welcome Sir for the session.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, Sir.
So today is the final day for this workshop particularly, and I hope that many of you have already taken the key aways with you so that you can be a better resource person and having a generating of various types of ideas to start up your own business. As per the vision and of the Modi ji, the Prime Minister of the country, that we want to be the employable rather than the employed to an organization. So in the previous 6 days, you have learned the various sources, modes, classification, getting the fundings, how to go through that, government information, government agencies, and in the final stage, and that comes upon, that is, can we have a big question to our mind, that can we have the ideas funded? So this is the topic for the today's session. Yes, definitely we can go ahead with the funding of the ideas. So this is all brief about the today's session. That is the generating idea, how to get the idea patented, comparison between the idea trademarks and patent trademarks and the copyright. Then we will just try to locate the various funding agencies. There are advantages. Once we go through that, what is the business idea? So here is the summarization about the business idea. In short, we can say a concept which has been developed to our mind, which can be used to make money, is called business idea. So anything which can be helpful in making the money. But the one thing we are missing over here, and that should be the legal by nature. So by default, it is an integral part of it, that any idea which is need to be executed must be legal as per the government norms. So which type of ideas can be there? So it can be of two types. It may be related with the product, that is the developing the product idea, or may be related to the services. We know very well that China is pioneered in product developments. We will go through one slide which provides the number of patents filed during the previous year in 2020-21. The slide indicates that highest number of patents filed by China are either in the terms of manufacturing sector or related towards the industrial sector, that is the designing of the products or machines. Whereas as compared to India, we are still far lagging behind it. The USA comes number one in terms of service patents. Those are related with medical, engineering, particularly artificial intelligence, which is the new chapter for all of us. So that is the major where the largest patents have been developed. Now the question again once arises to our mind that we are the Indians who are contributing large towards AI in the software field. Then why we people are still lagging behind? We are far behind in getting the patents or the ideas generation. The one of the reason behind it that we are serving to those companies and the as per the agreement, service agreement, whatever is been developed as an employee to the organization will be considered as the part of the patent to that parental organization. So this is where we lags behind. So these are the basic classification. It is not necessarily required that you should develop your basic idea related to products only. It can be related to service sector too. Generation of new business ideas involves or requires lots of creativity on the part of the entrepreneur. Ultimately, you need to come with something new. We always want something new. I don't know how many of you belongs to the Indo, but long back, I will just quote one example. If we go to the market, so I'm just taking an example of Pani Puri or Pani Patashe, whatever you say. Earlier, we used to have only one single flavor available in the market. Then one franchisee was developed in the later stage, and they were basically people who were migrated to the city, and they developed the six flavor. It was a new concept. It was very much popularized, and now you can see this six flavor shops or stalls are available throughout the not only in Indore city but to the other parts of the country too. So this was something new. This was something creative was being taken care upon. This was a business idea. Another example I would like to quote nearby Chappan Dukan, there is to be a shop known as FYI, and this shop was being taken care, and they were only supplying the noodles of Maggie brand particularly. They developed further taste, enhancing the taste for this noodles, and that was solely supplied for by the Maggie product only. It was very much popularized. Later developed various franchises in Indore, in Baroda, Ahmedabad, and I think some few parts in Rajasthan too. The problem arises that it was the violation of the copyright, trademark, sorry, not copyright, trademark. So later the Maggie company took an objection and asked them to remove the logo or the word used for the Maggie by that firm. So finally they changed their name, and they are still selling the Maggie products, but they are nowhere they are using the word Maggie for it. So this is are the some innovative ideas which are being taken care and executed, and they become very successful. So while developing the factors, what factors we should consider while developing the idea? Number one, we need to identify the opportunities available in the market. Try to gather the market gap. What has been demanded? For that, we need to go with the market research. We should go ahead with the survey. That is the best part. That will provide you the market gap, and we should try to develop those products or the services to cater the market need. Secondly, we can consider the real demand for any product or services. If there is a demand gap exist, just try to get it and try to develop those products. The following factors must be considered while developing the business areas or ideas. Number one, that is, you need to utilize your professional and technical skills. Analyze yourself where you are most suited. Just like if we talk about the COVID-19 lockdown, so lots of development has been taken, yet has been done from home itself. Lots of cooking skills were developed. Many of the students who have taken Viva to the various institutes, they were either engaged in cooking, baking, such type of developing the products. They developed the market with the help of the online tools like Instagram is there, WhatsApp has been there, and now they are still continuing. So that becomes a successful model. It reduces the cost. Initially, they started with their local demand only, maybe in the related to their building or nearby locations, and gradually they expand their business. So we need to identify our professional skills where you fit yourself. Identify it. Try to develop something new. Again, identify your technical skills. You may be very good in maybe in the mechanical side, maybe in towards the accounting side, maybe your managerial skills maybe much good. So just determine what technical skills you possesses. According to it, start thinking. To the next step, determine how you can use of the local materials available. Getting the funds, materials from the other locations is costly enough. So initially try to locate the raw materials which can be very easily available. And if not so, then use the distinct sources where you can approach for the production of your goods or commodity. Then we must also need to consider or produce with the market demand. Now, being economics fraternity, we know do understand that demand always fluctuates. There are certain reasons. We need to constantly update ourselves as per the market demand. Don't stagnant to only the one element, one factor, one taste, one fashion. No, not like that. It all keeps on changing with time to time. So you need to reassociate your demand or your production as per the market demand. So produce what is being demanded in the market, and your product or services must be capable enough to solve the market problems. That means what the market demanded, we must be capable enough to provide the satisfaction to them. Okay. I will share one figure that how much idea has been generated and what is the failure ratio in the later part of the presentation. The next part comes upon the sources of information for business idea. You can say this can be the extension to the previous slide. Only two or three major examples I have considered over here. So initially, you can go to any of the government sites which has been associated with the trade and commerce. Just like National Council for of Applied Economic Research has been there. There is concentration of the industries where you will get the complete data about it. Be the part of that association, pay the prescribed fees, and you may get the complete data. You may be the part of the various management associations which are operated to the various major cities of the country. In fact, it is a global organization, so to the various parts of the world too. You can collect the information or the business ideas by meeting the various financial institutions, MSME, small scale industries, SSIs, which name has been changed nowadays. So you can go through them, ask for the various project reports, what opportunities they are providing, what are the government fundings are available, so that may provide you certain new ideas. If you rememberize long back in the early 90s, there used to be the PMYR Yojana, and initially 1 lakh and later 2 lakh rupees were been provided towards the establishment of the DTP offset print shops. Large people were benefited by it. Later, again, they provided 1 lakh rupees funding for establishing the MP online. Government has funded, and final was it was like that ki large amount was lapsed on the behalf of the government recovery. So people have taken up, they sold out computer, and they finally says they put up their hand that we are not in a position to repay that amount. But anyhow, that is a dark side of that facility. But you should try to contact banks, financial institutions, any other promotional agencies who may provide you the better generation of the ideas. MSME is the one of the, I think, considered as a better platform. Even you can also contact to SEDMAP. They are operating in MP, Gujarat, what I know about the SEDMAP. MSME is having in Polo Ground. They are having their Indo regional office at Polo Ground. You can directly go and meet to the assistant director or additional director. You just put your thoughts in front of them, and they will better suggest you what you should go ahead, yeah, move ahead. In fact, such type of agency may provide you in the second stage by or in developing the project report. Now, what can be the sub areas? Just like sub areas includes like subsectorial studies or the analysis. Suppose I want to establish one manufacturing unit in terms of plastic products. Subsectorial studies, plastic is having long many range available to it. So again, you need to move ahead at which particular segment I should move ahead or we should proceed with. Very recently, we have made a visit to an organization. They in Indore, Saver Road. They are having 3 units in the single plant. They are developing the base material for the medical strips, where the tablet has been put on hold. That has been manufactured by them. The material is 100% imported. They are developing PVC pipes. Again, there is a combination, 2 Indian products and 2 imported material they are using. And at the third side, they are also in the power energy, and they are also manufacturing the tools. Means basic tools required for the machineries. So I had a discussion with them. So he said, just we try to analyze these things. We found that certain gap has been there, and they started producing it. And that fellow, the director of that company, also received the Young Entrepreneurship Award 2021. Anyhow, then we should further proceed with resource-based studies. Specific studies can be done. Lots of studies are nowadays available with a very minimum fees to the government agencies, and you can get the report. Even banks also provide such type of resources. We have already discussed demand forecasting, now particular for your segment where you are being interested. And in fact, you can also rely on the secondary data in the form of surveys, or even you can move ahead with your own original survey. After collecting the data, it is equally important to analyze those data. Otherwise, this data will be of no use unless and correctly interpreted of this type of data, such type of data. To the next step. So we have discussed some of the basic sources where the idea generation can be done. These are some of the approaches for idea generation. We can extend to that. Number one, that is the brainstorming. It requires lots of thinking. And brainstorming is not only among yourself, it can be amongst your friends, your family members, or your peer groups. Even some of the industrialists whom you have faith on it. So for generation of the idea, lots of brainstorming has been required. You need to determine the new ideas, new ways of doing the old thing. This can be like that. Just like we are having an exercise like best out of waste. So something like that can be done. Like scrap reprocessing. There very few industries are operating in it. cardboard, hardboard reprocessing. Again, recycling of the electronic products. It's a definitely very tedious task, but it involves gold, silver in it. So by doing it, you can definitely earn a good amount of it. Only hardly companies in fingers you can calculate which are operating in the country. Even I've seen one factory who are extracting silver from the X-rays in India and in USA, both where I've seen it. Definitely through online channels. So these are the some of the old things, and you are getting an idea to get it done. Again, I would like to share one more thing. One of my relative friend, you have seen this paper plates. उसको हम हिंदी में बोलते हैं दोने पत्तल. Earlier we were having the natural दोने पत्तल्स. Now, one of the friend, the relative's friend belongs to the Ujjain city, and he developed some idea of developing this pattal dones by using the waste papers. He went to the Kandla. There is the ship breaking. He used to initially get the papers that was to be the waste papers free of charge. He only initially used to pay the transportation cost. And he was getting that paper without any cost. Only transportation involvement was been there. And finally, gradually, he tried to develop the market nearby locations of Ujjain. Once it got succeeded, then the later the company people also analyzed, and they came to know that why he is regularly getting these products as a waste for them is by this person. Later they came to know that he's selling out, he's making the product and selling it out. So finally they start charging for it. But it was something innovative. He's now established brand. He's earning a good amount of profit. And besides that, there are a lot of other players also operates in the organized along with the unorganized markets. So this is something new or creativity has been done by these things. Converting your hobbies into business. Just like someone said that I love drawing. I love playing sports, something like that. So develop your hobby into business. मेहंदी आप देखते हैं, ठीक है, इट्स अ हॉबी, घर में बनाते हैं, आयन वी आर जस्ट हैविंग इट, बट व्हेन यू गो विद द कमर्शियलाइजेशन, सो इट रेंजेस फ्रॉम रुपीज 150 to maybe any amount. So this is an hobby which becomes the business source of earning. So this is an idea generation. Idea may be related with towards the improving of the existing product. Go with R&D, modify, try to involve, get a new product with some meaningful returns of it. This can be also the one of the way, and utilizing of the waste material. Now just moving ahead to the next step, that is the feasibility study. One additional thing I would like to add upon. Okay, fine. You have an idea in your mind, but as you share this idea to someone else, definitely it will be copied by it, and that person is going to use your idea. It is just like the project report you have prepared and somebody else of your friend has taken upon. He has copied those material and he scored more marks than to you. It is just like that. So once you have an idea, it is very important in the present scenario that we should get our idea registered. Okay. And where it can be done, so this idea registration can be done in the form of patents. So it's now nothing new. We all are very familiar about these all terms. So it is the statutory right for invention granted for the specific period of time by the government in exchange of full disclosure of his inventions for executing other, means applying or permitting others to use it in the form of making, using, selling, importing, like that. So in short, we should say patent is ultimately related with the intellectual copyright. Any idea generated by you, if you want that no one should else copy this material, so you can get your work patented. In India, the initial Patent Act is 1970 and it has been revised number of times. So you can access this website, official website of India, that is ipiindia.gov.in, and you will get the complete information about the Indian patents. Usually in India, the patents have been assigned for 20 years, but it all varies as per the various classifications. So ultimately, your ideas, which has been patented, you will earn a huge amount of money if someone else wants to use for it. This idea is not only in terms of goods, products, designing particularly I'm talking, but it can be related to you any of the concept developed by you. If it comes in the published form, it becomes as a part of copyright, or if it is in the form of logo, it becomes a part as a trademark. Commonly, trademark, copyrights, we consider as a part of patents. Commonly, I am using the word, so please don't get confused. So there are three types of patents available. That is the utility patent, plant patent, and design patent. I'm not getting into depth much about it, but yes, it is very necessary that you must get your idea patents first, then move ahead. It is a long process, lengthy process. It will take time, but you need to have patience about it. Utility patents. It is for the inventions. Something new you have created, which is helpful in improving the productivity, improving the process, machinization. It can be the part of it. This utility patent is also applied to software, business process, chemical formulations, etc. Anything which makes our working or life smoother comes under the part of the utility patent. Mostly they fall under it. Second is plant patent, which has been characterized as like anything related to plants. If you have developed or modified something, it can be included. Just for examples like root cuttings, bulbs, divisions, or grafting, budding, etc. So it can become the part under the plant patent. Third is design patent. Again, it is very common in terms of manufacturing segment. Just like the design for a car, it will be patented, so no other company can follow it. Again, design patents for your mobiles, laptops. We always have seen the war between the various mobile players, particularly iPhone, means Apple, Samsung. They are always fighting about their patents. This is each of the company claims that you have copied our own design, but the reality is like that. If all the companies used to carry copy each other patents, these designs. Patents is also applicable for the ornaments. So big companies, they used to got patented about their work. It can be in the form of designs related to the dress material, sarees, etc. So here you can see an image, a very old image. It is a US patent. Someone in USA has just developed a umbrella which has been attached to the cycle, and this is all design available from the this is the site Global Patent Organization. So you can see various types of designs and patents available which has been registered by various other associations. Now see the global intellectual property right of the patents applied for and granted. As per the data available from this particular source, in 2020, 3.3 million patents were being applied, and out of it, 85% of the patents were applied by the Chinese firms. 3 million patents for utility models, 17 millions approx related to the various types of trademarks, both national and global. It is a consolidated data. And approx 1.4 million patents were for the industrial designs. So you see nowadays, getting the work patented is more important. Earlier, nobody cares upon. Many of the designs we developed in India has never been patented. If it would be, definitely we were having the more number of patents as compared to the USA firms. Earlier we were having the lack of awareness, but gradually we are improving. A very short differentiation between the patents, copyright, and trademarks. Trademark is all related with the word, phrase, symbol, designs, which identifies and distinguish your firm with the other firm. That goodwill has been created due to the some of the special characteristics of that firm. Just like if we go to McDonald's, so their design has been patented and that logo is been trademark. So anyone else who want to use, they need to pay a price for it, and if it has been permitted, then only they can use it. Otherwise, it comes under the violation of the trademark. I think in Hyderabad in India, we are having the patent office, and MP region, MP circle falls under the category of Ahmedabad. So all type of patents filed in MP, the center is in Ahmedabad. Third comes upon copyrights. It is mostly related with the writing and art, particularly. It's writing, art, architecture, and music industries. We always go with that. This company, they have just copyrighted or taken up some another content. Some song has been copied, and finally, this type of problems keeps on going upon. So that comes under the parts of the copyright material. So, being a researcher, we, in case if we use such type of content, being an academician researcher, please provide the correct source of information from where you have collected. Next step is funding the idea. So you now are ready with an idea. You got your idea patented. New is to prepare. Now you need to prepare the complete project report considering as per your idea. And once your report has been ready, we are now looking for the fundings of your idea. A common feeling is like that ki only the project report can be funded and ideas may not be. But it is not like that. If its idea is found suitable, in that case, this idea can be funded. Now, very simple thing. There is one, I will not name one of the publisher, very popular publisher in Indore. Now, if you wish, his books has been selling like hotcakes in particular management segment. Now, they approach to you for writing the book. You will say that my name should be published in that book. But that publisher will refuse for it. They will say, no, this book will be published in my own brand. We will not going to mention any of the author's name in it. So they will pay a lump sum price to you. They are not even paying as per the number of copies sold. A lump sum price they will pay you. If you are happy, it's okay. If not, then someone else is going to write this book for them. So what is there? It's like similar nature that you were having an idea and you wrote that book and you have completely sold that copyright to that publisher. Okay, fine, you give us a lump sum amount, or in not, you can look for some another publisher and you can get your book published. You will get the royalty as per the sales. So it all depends. So this was the first step I just mentioned, that you can sell out your idea completely to some another brand, some another company, and you can get a lump sum amount from it. And previous startup success. This can be the another funding activity. If you have built a startup earlier, you may have number of resources available to you. Just like there may be the promoters, there may be the investors, there may be any funding agencies associated in those investments. So you approach to them, concern them, talk upon, this is my idea and this would I like to develop. Can you be the part of my system in the form of a startup or in not, if not, you can also go ahead with the one time funding from them. It all depends if you want to just transfer your right or not. So previous startup success can provide you the better fundings. Next element comes upon, that is the strong work experience in your field. If you are having a very rich experience, the people, the companies will approach you. I hope you still remembering Three Idiots, and Rancho was been there, and he was been publishing and getting the ideas patented in some other person's name. So ultimately, he was bounded to it. He has taken the money from them. That's why he was bound to do it. But ultimately, his experience, his knowledge, if that has been patented in his own name, he would have earned a lot. So your work experience will attract the other investors to approach you. Your experience can be in the form of research publications, which has been published to the various reputed journals throughout the world. Fundings can automatically come from there. What the people of IIM, IITs, professors of IIM, IITs are doing, they all are generating their ideas, and these ideas has been taken care by the big business tycoons, and they used to provide the huge funds for it. So their experience, their knowledge, their expertise provides the huge funds to them. Third, that is the where very very close circles in the form of a family and the friends. You can circulate these ideas amongst them. If someone likes it, might be possible that you may get the funding from them. Just like your friend may be rich enough, likes your idea, he may propose you either to be the partner, to have shareholding, or in any other type of mode, may provide you the funds for this idea generation. To the next step, find a naive investor. Naive investors are generally such type of the traders, particularly in stock market, who is always looking for something innovativeness. They are having huge money in their hands. Just through the example, like in real estate or the traditional business, many of the people are having huge earnings from it. The money is lying idle to them. They want to grow that money, but they themselves are not getting an opportunity for it. So in that case, if you throw your idea to them, and if they like it, they will definitely going to invest your own ideas and later at your own firms. Nowadays the world is of internet, so many new concepts are coming upon in the internet, and you see how successful these people are. And present and future is based upon AI only. So you need to be very innovative, particularly in net-based technology. You need to work upon, and all good returns you can earn from it. Besides that, get an angel investors on the board. If you have idea and some financer has been there, so you can ask them as a seed financer, maybe angel investor, it will be in the form of it. Even the government agencies may provide the funds if your idea is been found satisfactory. There are many agencies which may provide you. So you may need to make a presentation to them. Just go ahead with your DPR and discuss with them. And if suitable, definitely they will help you financing. The other sources of idea fundings are pre-seed stage. That means at this stage, you are in the very initial stage. And at this stage, a very limited amount of funds has been needed, because still you are in the thinking process. Yes, the funding agency is a risky element, because they may get return, they may not get return, because the idea may be flopped in the later period, so that amount may be lost. But still, the big companies can bet on you for developing the innovative ideas, so that they can earn a money in the future stage. At the initial stage at startup life cycles, they are very limited and mostly informal channels available for raising funds. Just I told, people are afraid on investing you unless and until you are having a very solid plan in your mind. You need to search, you need to locate such type of people. They may provide you funds for the pre-initial stage, that is the idea generation stage. And if it is like that, you can reduce your risk to the certain extent, financial risk particularly, to the certain extent, and you can focus upon developing the innovative ideas. Self-financing, bootstrapping. Self-financing is ultimately you can invest your own savings or your own earnings in your business, developing of business ideas. So, in the case, if you lose, that will be your money only. At least you will have a satisfaction that you need not to return back this amount to external sources or the funders. In the similar manner, there is a concept of bootstrapping. That is growing the business with little or no venture capital or outside investments. Bootstrapping is nothing, is similar to it, like you initially invest your amount from your savings. This is the first recourse of most entrepreneurs, as they have no pressure to pay back the funds and dilute control of the startup. So here you are very, very free. Level of risk is very less. Only the amount invested by you may be lost. Next comes upon, that is business plans and the pitching events. Like there can be the prize money. You know that various business plans competitions are been normally held by the various academic institutes throughout the world. So you can be you can be the part of it as a resource person. You can be a innovator. You can involve your students to be the participate in it. So there, the prize money win from it can be the part. Grants received if your project has been successful, if your business plan project has been very, very successful, so definitely there are certain agencies which may provide you the fundings. They provide by the institutes or organization that conducts the business plan competitions. Globally, in particular in Europe, USA, and Australia, New Zealand, like countries, developed nations, they used to focus more upon such type of activities, business plan. But a real challenge comes upon that your business idea is been now publicized. So might be possible that you may not be in a position to take over. Someone else has taken your idea and they have got your idea patented in their name, and finally it becomes a part of them only. So it is also suggested whenever you move for filing the patents, you need to keep all your documents along with you. Otherwise, in case of any challenge, you need to reproduce those documents as you want to indicate that it was your own creativity. So ultimately, good business plan is can be the one of the major source of getting the funds. Just like Tata used to conduct one business plan competition, due to this COVID period, past 3 years, it not has been happened, but hopefully it may come in the near future. In Indore, in association with IMA, they used to conduct the business plan competition. I am doing in the similar manner. I'm talking particular about Indore. Prestige is doing, earlier Sangvi used to do it, and many other institutes they are working upon. So before getting the fundings, there are few questions that must raise to your mind. You must ask it amongst yourself. Are you starting your company to solve the customer's problem, or simply want to raise money, or finally both of it? In case really if you want to come up with customer solutions, means actual problem solutions you want to come upon, then it is good, it is beneficial towards the society. Your business idea may be like that, ki we may earn money, we may raise money from the market, and after that, let's see if it is workable, it's okay. Otherwise, just forget about it. Most of the IPOs, they have done like this only. They raise the money and later on, no profitability is for many, many years, means more than 10 years. If you go through their annual reports, that comes, there is no profitability. Ultimately, it becomes a Z group of companies. Even you can have the combination of both of it. Another question may come to your mind. That is, you need to identify your priority. Again, the same thing. That is the customers first or investors first. If you talk about the investors, the profitability angle comes upon. If you talk upon customers, then satisfaction level comes upon. You need to identify the need, because funding is been provided by investors unless and until it is your own funds. Investors will always pressurize you. We need returns back as earliest as possible. Being a customer oriented person or a company, you will say, ki, no, we will earn gradually. We insist more on the satisfaction of our customers. Once we create the brand value, then automatically the company will be in the cash cow position. So that before getting finance or financing, you need to discuss with the promoters or the investors. Just identify some potential customers. 50 is only simply a figure, nothing like that. At least try to gather some data, what exactly the customers requires. Then go through a question to your mind, that have I offered a solution to the customer's requirement? Am I capable enough to solve the query of the customers, potential customers exactly? If not, then I need to work more upon it. If yes, just proceed with that. How will you get customers to your platform? What have you tried and proved to acquire customers? Means how you are going to gather those customers. What promotional strategies you are going to adapt. Once again, we are in the internet era, so all electronic platforms are nowadays more successful as compared to others media. E-media, electronic media is more successful rather than the print media. So you need to select social media and any other type of sources. How will you make your business profitable? Here you are talking only about the customers and investors, but one question more comes to you. How you will make your business grow? How will you make your business profitable? What will be your ROI? What will be your break-even period, BEP? Not point, I'm talking here about period. What will be break-even period? So all these questions must comes in your mind and you need to get the answer from it. Just for an example, somebody has suggested that plan for either 1000 growth rate. Maybe in next 10 years, we may propose to have a growth by 1000%. Or maybe in next 2 years, it may be 100%, maybe 200%. Here are some of the important links I am sharing to you. You can note it down if wish. You can take a screenshot. The first one, what I told, that is the IPI India. This is the Office of Controller General of Patent, Design, Trademarks, Department of Promotion, Industries, Internal Trade, Ministry of Commerce, etc. All these logos respective are related to the original sources. They all are copyrighted material. Second is WIPO. When we talk about in terms of India, this is the official website. And when we are talking about a global level, then WIPO is the World Intellectual Property Organization is the another website. Few more informations you can get up through that Startup India, and many sites are available. Okay. Now, what are the common errors committed in search of fundings? What I was talking initially, out of the 100% of the projects, 28% of the projects are failed due to wrong estimation, and this is the source from WIPO. This is the source of information. They have gathered data. They got registration of 12 million startups, and out of that, 28% of the startup failed globally. Why? Number one, there are certain specified, you can go through that research report, but mostly comes upon because due to improper fundings, and secondly, improper utilization of the resources. The funds which were initiated by them or gathered collected by them were not adequately utilized, and finally the projects fails in the initial stage only. Next point, fair reason for failure, and that is the surrendering of the shares. When the business idea is not taking upon, the company whom you are associated with, they may ask you to surrender your share, means they will pay you some amount against your the value of equity you are holding, and you are out from that business. So finally your ideas has been taken care by the others. There is improper planning. You have not gone through the adequate channels or the source from where you need the funding. You rely on some type of people who are not fruitful and faithful to you. Just like getting your idea funded through some mahajans, sahukars. The rate of financing is very, very high. It ranges somewhere around 36% per annum to 48% per annum. So it is too high, which may adversely going to affect the your profitability in the near future, or even the present startup only, means at the present planned manner only, planned phase. Impulsive behavior of yourself and your financiers, both are equally important. You need to develop too much patience. Try to understand what the financiers look upon, and you need to motivate them in order to overcome those shortcomings. Another probable reason of failure in fundings, and that is lack of source research. You have not done your homework completely. You simply just gone through some secondary information, and you just sourced or approached, and somehow you managed to get the funds. The dispute arises in the later period, and you need to face the shortcomings from it. Never demand for the funds in the very first meeting when you are approaching to the financiers. In the very first meeting, just discuss upon all of your plans, how you will proceed, what you will going to take that business in the next couple of years, maybe next 5 years or 10 years. If they ask, then talk upon the project cost. Otherwise, be remain silent. Let them people understand. Ask them to wait for their call for the second meeting, and then you can discuss with all of your plans. Sometimes, if you initially demanding for money, that clearly indicates that person is more interested in fundings rather than the business activities. So you need to understand the psychological behavior of the person you are going to meet. Then the reason of failure may be just ignoring the professional's advice. All experts, service engineers, chartered accountants, advocates, you have not gone through their advice. Finally, you got into that idea and you are been stuck, and later you may suffer a loss from it. So don't ignore their advice. Take due consideration all about it. Then lack of common knowledge. This is again a very common point. We are not acquainted because we are very new to that. We are having a rely on the faith on someone else, and we are working as per their recommendations only. So in that case, you initially try to get the information collected and then go for the fundings. So a final thought that if the market is big enough, you have a brilliant product, not just an idea to serve customers, then fundings will follow you. So these are the thoughts that if you have a brilliant product which can serve the customers, you can attract the huge amount of fundings. A true entrepreneur is resourceful. He can figure out how to make things happen even with the scarce resources. Anonymous say there is the name of the author is not available. So, like that, it has been said, you must be very, very creative. Again, go for the research, identify the sources, and only that you go with the work patented and to the next step of your startup. These are the few additional resources which I have referred with. So this is all from my side. The session is open. You can come upon with your queries, and with that, I hope that within this 7 days workshop, all of you are very much benefited through the various resource people. Ma'am, over to you. Nikita, ma'am. Okay. In the meantime, if anybody is having query, you please ask to me.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
This is Dr. Priyanka from NIT Dayton. So I
Okay,
just
ma'am.
the
Yeah, ma'am, please.
concept bootstrapping also includes like if we have taken a loan from the bank, so even that is included as part of our own funds. It's part of bootstrapping.
Ma'am, that is your personal liability. So that we will not going to include as a part of bootstrapping. This is your personal liability that has been shown in your personal balance sheet. So that should not be included over here.
I was a little confused because we usually when we watch Shark and they were talking about bootstrapping, they included this concept also bootstrapping.
Ma'am, many of the things what I realize has been decorative type of things. They some of the times go to other way also, and so I don't rely much upon that. Is because my personal perception is like that. Ki they are here for the popularity purpose also. Secondly, really they are providing the funds or not, I don't know. Or maybe they might be saying, okay, we are providing you. May they may not. No
Actually,
idea.
I'm asking because sometimes when we discuss with our students also, and I am like part of as a consultant, part of startup in our college also.
I
So
will I will share you a very long back. I have taken a session on it, so I will share you that PPT or the PDF file in this particular group, so you can use it and you can show to your students also.
I just wanted to clear the concept of
Yeah,
bootstrap.
ma'am.
To- That
Ultimate.
because even those are our funds, although we have taken a liability from the bank, but still they are our own funds, so they should be included or not in
To
bootstrap.
my to my perception, they should not be considered as a loan funds because you are investing in the form of capital. See, as per accounting, you have considered it a loan for yourself, and then you are investing in the business. So business is a separate entity. Sorry. So in that case, it will be not considered as a loan. It will be considered as a part of your own capital.
Own funds. So
Yeah,
that
ma'am.
is part of bootstrapping only
Yes,
then.
ma'am. Yeah.
Right. Thank you so much, sir.
Welcome. Yeah, ma'am. Anyone else? So,
One more thing, sir. Like I had filed a patent. How do I go ahead with the I've already got the patent published. How do I go move further for getting that patent?
I have just provided you the link, but my advice that you take an help of an expert or the consultants who are providing in proceeding in that. So they will search for it. initial stage, they will let you identify and let you know that you may be getting this patent or not, means it is unique or not, because there are various things which has been restricted by the government. So my suggestion, you go ahead with some expert. You can directly even download the application file and file it out, but expert can provide you much better help.
So we've already published the patent. The
Okay.
only thing is this, we have to go ahead with it. So how do we move ahead? Because few of my members are not connected. So we wanted to move ahead with that patent so that we can get that patent finally.
Just I want to understand that you are want to get it commercialization of your patent, or it has been you are waiting for the final approval letter from the agency.
No, commercialization as in because I am from management background, so my patent was related to tech also, along with the customer, like it was employee satisfaction. And
Fine,
since
ma'am. Yeah, once it has been awarded, that patent has been awarded to you, in after that you can locate and search for the various companies. You can simply just put an idea, a small write-up can be sent directly to the various companies. If
no,
they wish, they found it suitable, they will definitely contact you.
sir, it has not been audited, it has just been
So
published.
you just
I
you
know
in
how
that
do I
case,
move further for getting it awarded to me.
madam, in that case, you can directly write to the associate person or that agency, patent agency, where you have filed the patent. So they will update you, and along with that, they will also assist you in case if any problem is arising from that.
All right, all right.
है ना?
Thank you.
So that link I have provided, you just go through. They have provided the regional associate people. If you go through that, contact us section, you please go. You send your query to them. They will definitely going to help you out.
All right, sir. Thank you.
Welcome. Anyone else? Okay. Thank you. Over to you,
Sir,
Nikita madam.
yes, sir, I think everyone has cleared their doubt. So, thank you so much, sir, for the session. Your session remains always very interactive and interesting. It was very interesting to hear you. Very wonderful session, sir. Thank you so much,
Thank
sir.
you, madam. Thank you so much.
And now it's time for vote of thanks. So for that, my sincere thanks to each and everyone present here for making today's event successful. By your precious present, we are able to make the event what it was. And this event was organized by Research Foundation of India, training program on entrepreneurship and innovation. And this was 7-day program. And for that, we have different experts with us. We have different moderators with us. And I would like to thank Dr. Saurabh Jain, Chairman and CEO of RFI, Dr. Ashok Kumar Gupta, CMD of RFI, Dr. Priyadarshini Agnihotri, North-South Board, President of RFI, Dr. Ajay Jain, National Coordinator RFI, President, Department of Research and Development, RFI-CARE. And with this, I would like to thank subject expert of 7 days. Day 1, Dr. Charul Jain. Day 2, Dr. Amrita. Day 3, Dr. Pratik Jain. Day 4, Dr. Deepak Agrawal, sir. Day 5, Professor. Day 6, Miss Himanshi Mishra. Day 7, Dr. Deepak Agrawal, sir. And I would like to thank all the moderators that was with us in all these days. And I would like to thank event planner and coordinator, Dr. Gunjan Shukla and Dr. Parul Sharda, ma'am. Sir, again, I would like to thank for this wonderful presentation, for this wonderful session, and for guiding us. We are extremely grateful to you for this wonderful session. And thanks to all the participants Without you, we can't imagine this event. So participants are the soul of the event. So thank you so much, each and everyone present here. And stay connected with us, be in touch with us. We will be here with another training program, with another FDP, with different topics, with new technology. So stay with us. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you again, sir. Thank you, participants. Thank you, RFI.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Hello.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, when can we expect our certificate?
Ma'am, you will get on your email ID. The certificate will be posted
Okay.
on your email ID.
Okay. In how many days?
Ma'am, this information will be shared in group. Yogi sir,
Okay.
could you tell us?
Okay. 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 Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.